Hey guys, and welcome back to Gold Rush. I just got smoothie all down my hand just before I started recording this. Bastard. I just turned the engine off. Oh my god, I'm having one of those days. It has started. It has started. Right. Let's get going. What we at just now? We are 33%, so third of the way there. Ah, crap, need to get my gold map on as well. It's that one. Yep. Alright. Gimme, 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 gimme. That's the noise I'm going to make every time we try to get some gold. Gimme, gimme! My gold! Teacher's gold now! I feel like I was just about to say it again. But I stopped myself. I was just about to say, I do hope we get a good clean out. It's like, personally with Gold Rush, that's almost as bad as saying, welcome back to Gold Rush. Because you didn't know what you fucking clicked on. Yeah, I was going to say I hope we have a good clean out, but it's like, duh. Just states the obvious. Just like 90% of Let's Playing though, isn't it? In all seriousness. Is stating the obvious. And try to make it slightly funny. I got my hair cut today. My hair is no longer dyed any funny colours. Until maybe like tomorrow. When I'll go stupid colour again. If you're wondering why, midlife crisis. Don't know. I don't know, like I had my hair brown for brown, like I dyed it brown. I had my hair like naturally brown for ages, like most of my life. So it's like, why not just do something stupid? I'm not in a job where I need to be sensible. Let's put it that way. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like I've had so many jobs where it's like your appearance matters so much. Like, oh, you need to look professional, you wear a suit, you do this, you do that. It's like, ugh, just give me stupid coloured hair and let me be a twat. But, yeah, I don't know, it kind of stands out a bit more, really, when you've got stupid coloured hair. Don't know, I know that, like, the vast majority of you guys are, that are watching probably will never have stupid coloured hair, and that's cool. Apart from when you go grey. Haha, losers! Yep, got 'em. If you missed a joke in that one, it's because like I'll also go grey, so no, it doesn't matter. That's fine. It's like joking about someone's gonna die when they're older. It's like, yeah, so do we all. Apart from me, obviously, being a robot. But yeah. So I had to, let's give you a little insight to Steedro's life. I was taking my parents to the airport this morning because they're away on holiday. And fuck me, what a horrible decision that I made this morning. So it was at 5:30 in the morning, roughly, where they were picking me up. They said 5, but they didn't arrive till 5:30, bastards. Which is weird, because normally if my dad says that he's going to be somewhere at 5, he's there at about 4:30. So yeah, it was weird, but they were picking up their mates as well, which is where the tardiness probably came in. But regardless, it was at like, they says it was 5 anyway, so I was expecting like 4:45, 5:30. But regardless, the decision that I made was, I was like, oh, I might just, I'll just go to bed. Like, I'll go to bed early, wake up for about 4:30, throw my clothes on, take them to the airport, come back, go back to bed. Or maybe just start my day, depending on how I feel. So I was like, right, okay, that's my job. So about 10 o'clock, 11:15, I went into the living room and I was, says to Susie, I was like, do you want to have some dinner? To which we needed to go to the store to pick up some stuff. And it was like, well, we need to go to the store to pick up some stuff, and And she was like, oh, I'm just editing this video. It's like, right, okay, well, we'll go as soon as you're finished editing that video. And it was like, I don't think we went to Tesco until like 3 AM or something. I don't think it was 3 AM, but it was definitely not early. So, yeah, by the time we actually had something to eat and watched like a TV show, it was 3 o'clock. Then we watched another episode, and then that was 4 o'clock. I was like, well, I may as well fucking stay up. So, ended up staying up, pretty much falling asleep. Took them to the airport, came back. But while I was taking them to the airport, my mum was like, oh, I think your brother needs the car in the morning, because like I was taking their car and bringing it back. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna drop the car off at my brother's now and walk back. And I'm not gonna drop the car off, like, I'm not gonna wake up Susie to drive her car so that we can drop the car off so that my brother can have it. I was like, if he'd have fucking phoned me beforehand, then I could have made arrangements. But he never did. And I was like, well, he hasn't told me anything, so he's fucked. He's not getting the car. My mum was like, oh, I'll probably phone you in the morning then, if he hasn't phoned you already. I was like, fucking better not, because it's not getting answered and he's not getting the fucking car. And lo and behold, what happens? 8 o'clock in the morning, phone rings from my brother. It's like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Life does not revolve around you. It's like, oh man, it infuriates me. Like, I'm quite a easygoing person, and I'll probably not evident from some of the rants that I go on. Oh, I've got a thing about that as well. But probably not evident from some of the rants that I go on. But yeah, I'm a pretty easygoing person. I mean, if you're sensible enough with me and you oh, come on. If you're sensible enough to give me enough notice, I can't have that there, yet my... Oh, there we go. If you can give me enough notice, then I'm pretty, like, amicable with most things. But if you try to phone me the day before to do something for you, then, or the day of, to do something for you, then I'm probably not going to do it, because I'm busy. Like, I've got a busy fucking life. So yeah, it's like, and I hate it when my brothers are fucking terrible for it. Oh, can you do something for me? When? Now? No. Fuck off. Or, can you do something for me? When? Oh, tomorrow morning? Most times I will, like, try and arrange shit, but it's like, no. Like, come on, be fair. You're asking me for a favour here. Like, if you're asking someone for a favour, and this goes for anything in life, if you're asking someone for a favour, make sure that you're making it as painless as possible for them to do it. And it actually goes for most things in life. If you're trying to sell someone something, make it as painless as possible for them to buy it. Like, the more barriers you put in someone's way, the more likely they are not to do something. And oh fuck. God, this is going to get a bit political now, but it's the same as my... That's the exact same reasoning that I have for gun control in the US. And I know I've spoken about this before in this, and I know that there's loads of you guys that watch this that won't agree with me. And I understand, I respect your opinion, even if I think it's completely stupid. But I respect your right to have that opinion. But yeah, people are like, yeah, well... you're wanting gun control in the US, but then only the criminals will have guns. It's like, yes, but less criminals will have guns because there'll be more barriers in the way for them to get said guns. As in, you can't go into a shop and buy one. You know what I mean? You have to, like, you'll have to get it illegally. And it's the mass shooting in schools thing. It's like, okay, I understand that school shootings are very rare. And I think someone was saying that it's like you're more likely to get struck by lightning than get shot in a school shooting. Although, I don't like that comparison, considering that struck by lightning is an act of God and sheer fucking bad luck. whereas a school shooting is an act of society, and sheer fucking bad luck. But that's kind of the point. It's like, you can blame whatever you like, but kids aren't gonna suddenly get like black market contacts in order to buy a fucking rifle to shoot up a school if there's literally no way that they can get it legally. And that's my point, is if you put more barriers in people's way, then they're going to be less likely to do it. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, man, people will still fuck up other people, and I understand that. Like, that's human nature. Human nature is fuck up the other guy. Like, we're animals at the end of the day, and I totally understand that, but don't make it fucking easy to fuck people up. It's like, yeah, but you can still do that with a knife, and it's like, yeah, but guy ain't gonna go on a fucking stabbing spree, is he? Like, he's gonna get stopped, or he's gonna get tired of stabbing people. There's something a lot more intimate about stabbing someone than there is shooting someone, believe me. Right, anyway, get off the fucking gun shite, because I can't be arsed with it. I actually can't be arsed with it. It's getting to such a laughable state now. Ugh. Anyway, so what I was talking about, so I was talking about me being annoyed at stuff, and I've actually realised that I feel like I'm becoming more of a cunt on social media, Twitter generally, because I don't use any other social media apart from Instagram, where you can follow me. Links in the description below. Oh shit, I've got to put that new Instagram picture up. Oh, whoops. So yeah, I feel like I'm becoming more of a douche on social media, and not because I'm becoming more of a douche in real life, but because I feel like I feel like there needs to be a bit of balance. I feel like everyone tries to be like so overly nice to everyone on social media, and no, I'm not talking about like okay, it's not quite what I mean. I don't mean overly nice to people, I mean overly nice to society. Everyone's like, oh yes, I am the perfect social justice warrior, and I love everyone and everything, and how could you not? And I feel like I'm the only person that's like saying the shit that you would say in the living room, like to your mates in the living room, but I like blast it on social media because I've got nothing to hide. And I feel like I'm being slightly more that way. Like even saying shit that I probably wouldn't say in the fucking living room, just to give people the idea that yeah, people ain't squeaky clean. I don't think I'm being like I don't think I'm being disingenuous with what I say in any way. I just think that I'm being a bit more raw with what I'm saying. For example, there was a thing on Twitter recently about an English woman who was giving shit to an emergency service personnel, paramedics who parked their ambulance in front of her drive, so she couldn't get out with her car, and she left them like a shitty note, and apparently she verbally abused them as well, because she ended up getting fucking arrested for it. But I remember seeing it and I was like, see, to be honest with you, like, as much as everyone would love to say like, oh no, it's totally fine, like you can park in front of my drive, blah blah blah, whatever, as much as people would like to say that, I can imagine that if you were like, okay, picture this, right? Your day consists of you've got to pick the kids up from school at 3, you've got a doctor's appointment at 2, you've got this going on, you've got that going on, you've got to go to work, you're getting off of work at this time, and you've got like an hour for your lunch, blah 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 blah. Okay, you've got, everyone in the world has stresses and strains and different things that have very specific time constraints, because that's the way society likes to work. And you're sitting at home and you're just about to leave, and there's an ambulance parked in front of your drive. You're going to be a bit annoyed by it, right? Maybe not to the point where you'd start giving them fucking abuse, but you'd be a bit annoyed at it. And even furthermore, you'd probably be a bit annoyed at it if it was quite obvious that they could have just moved slightly further forward and not blocked anyone in. And I see this all the time, right? And I'm not being like dickish to emergency service personnel, because they do a vital task, but that I would be sorry to see anyone without. But sometimes they just fucking, especially ambulances, they'll just fucking abandon it. And it's like, like, see if you'd have, I understand that you're thinking, oh, I need to save someone's life, but you're also supposed to be driving a fucking vehicle, and it takes like 10 seconds. Oh, what if they don't have 10 seconds? Okay, it takes a couple of seconds or milliseconds in your brain to be like, oh, that's a bad place to park. Let's move forward a little bit, or let's park on that bit, or let's park there. So I can kind of understand where the woman's coming from, and being annoyed. Not in giving them abuse, because you shouldn't give fucking anyone dogs abuse, especially if they're just doing their job, and especially if that job entails actually saving someone's life. But no, you can kind of see where it's coming from, and there was a lot of people that were literally just ragging on this woman, and it's like, you've got no idea who she is. Like, don't get me wrong, she was pretty much a cunt for shouting at the fucking emergency service personnel, but you never know, man. You never know what the situation was, so you can't really comment. All you're seeing is one side of the story. You're seeing the emergency service personnel say, this woman was verbally abusing us and left this note on, and posting it on Twitter, which in my opinion is like a bit of a childish thing to do, is to post shit like grievances on Twitter. I fucking hate that. It's like the YouTubers you see that will post troll comments on Twitter and be like, look at my reply, so that they can get their little fucking, their little circle jerk of their followers, their little hate storm like twirled up in their favor, and I fucking hate that. That's one of my, I don't know why it keeps going so slow. That's one of my my pet peeves, is YouTubers that do that. It's like, oh, fuck off. Don't get me wrong, I've done it a couple of times, but generally because it's been funny, or I thought I was being kind of witty, not because I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy. No, it's generally because like I think it's kind of humorous. And it's never like, I don't know. I feel like there's a distinct difference between what I do and what other people do. Maybe there's not. Maybe I am just as bad. But yeah, I don't like that. What was the other thing? There was another one that I was like, oh, okay. So it was Kim Kardashian, right? Ooh, Kim Kardashian. I totally agree. Like, famous for getting naked. But she's managed to, for being famous for doing nothing, she's managed to create quite an empire, and that's impressive. But she was all over Twitter today because there was a video that she'd done or something like that, where one of her kids said, "Oh, Mum, can I speak to you before you get your makeup done? Because I want to give you a kiss, because I can't kiss you like after you've got your makeup done." Something along those lines. I don't think the kid was as articulate as that, but something along those lines. And there was like an outroar about like, oh, that's ridiculous, she doesn't even have time for her kids after she's got her makeup done. Like, if my kid wanted a kiss after I had my makeup done, then I'd just let them do it and then just touch it up. And it's like, oh, what a bad mother, blah blah blah. And it's like, really, like, come on. I bet, and that's the thing, it's like, I understand that people probably don't want to think like this, but I bet you're the same fucking people that if you were doing something like on your fucking tablet on Facebook or something like that, which I've fucking seen so many parents do the exact same fucking thing, and their kid's like, oh, mummy, can you play with me, blah blah blah. Oh no, it's mummy's busy just now, on you go and play with, go and fucking watch Peppa Pig or some shit. And it's like, but while you're probably tweeting like, oh, Kim Kardashian's such a bad mother, like, I would spend 20 minutes redoing my makeup just so that I could get a kiss from my child. It's like, don't, like, and that brings me back full circle to the thing. It's like, to the point I made previously, and that people are so worried about showing their highlight reel on social media and like how good of a person I am that nothing would stop me from giving my child a kiss. It's like, oh, fuck off. Don't give me a shit. Don't actually give me a shit, because the real world doesn't work like you're expecting everyone to think it does. So stop being a fucking... Stop trying to be this martyr that everyone isn't. It's like, oh man, people annoy me. Woohoo, look at that. I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth. Anyway, unfortunately that's all we've got time for in this episode, but if you've enjoyed my rants, do remember to drop a like. It helps me feed my children. It doesn't actually. Likes don't really give me any money. I wish they did. But anyway, as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.